All right, so let's see if the audio is okay. All right, the audio, let's see. Yeah, the audio is fine. The video quality is on point as well. Is it? Yeah, perfect. The video quality is on point. That means that we're ready to start this session. Hey Marco, welcome. Welcome to the session, brother. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good week so far and a beautiful day. How's it going? Before we start, as always, feel free to let me know in the live chat how you guys been lately, what you've been up to. Basically, just tell me a few words about yourself because I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. Okay? And afterwards, we'll get right into it. As mentioned, we're gonna do a watch list analysis, a market update. We're gonna go over the current active setups and over the potential upcoming setups. After that, I think we'll do a short crypto market update as well, as we always do each Wednesday. And then we will wrap things up with a short Q&A. Okay, that's gonna be the schedule for today's session. But like I said, before we start, let me know in the live chat how you guys been lately, what you've been up to, and after that we'll get right into it. Okay. And as I always mention throughout the session, if there's any questions or unclarities, make sure to drop them in the live chat because every 1 or 2 minutes I'm checking the live chat out to see whether you guys asked me any questions. All right. And before we start, let's quickly check the Forex Factory website as well. So today, no more news. We had the GBP CPI in the morning. And tomorrow we do have some high impact news, but not some high impact news we'll avoid. Okay, these are high impact news that bring a lot of volatility, but we won't avoid them. Okay, we only avoid the CPI and the NFP in terms of high impact news. And then on Friday we have some GBP news in the morning. So yeah, 2 good trading days that will come. And yeah, I think we're ready to start. Once again, feel free to let me know what you guys been up to lately in the live chat and I'll make sure to check it out. And like I said, throughout the session, do not hesitate. Let me know in the live chat if there's any unclarities or any questions, okay? And now we're gonna go over the blue pairs first, which are the current active setups. And after that, we're going to go over the green pairs, which are the potential upcoming setups. All right, starting off with odd CHF, we have a bearish opportunity right here. The reason I took this setup is very simple. I saw this aggressive break towards the downside caused by this bearish leg. Imbalance was left behind. We have this fair value gap lining up perfectly with the point of interest, okay? And lastly, I also saw a very nice and corrective pullback. Basically, all the confluences were in place. It slightly missed the entry here, okay? And now it looks like it wants to head lower. If it will continue to head lower, this setup will unfortunately become invalid. But till then, we just need to wait. Odd NZD with this buy limit setup, it smashed TP1, had a very nice initial sniper reaction. And the reason I took this setup is because I saw a overall bullish trend, okay? And secondly, I saw a continuation of that bullish trend with this impulsive move towards the upside right here that took price higher and broke structure. I then was able to identify this unmitigated demand level that, as we can see, is lining up with the discounted area of this bullish range. And lastly, we can see that the pullback was a very nice and corrective one as well. Okay, and that means that once again, everything was in place for us to take this setup. We took it, had a very beautiful sniper reaction, smashed TP1, but now it is currently playing around the entry price. GBP JPY with another bullish opportunity. This one triggered as well, running in some small profits as we speak. The reason I took this setup is pretty simple. I saw this impulsive leg towards the upside that broke structure right here and left imbalance behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level that is lining up perfectly with the point of interest, as we can all see. And lastly, I then waited for a corrective pullback. which we were able to get. Okay, we can all agree that this right here is a corrective pullback. It tapped our entry, went in some drawdown, okay, but as we can see, it went right back into profit. And now we just need to wait and see how this setup will play out. Euro NZD coming up next with another bullish opportunity. The reason I took this setup is because firstly, I saw that this pair was overall bullish, has been bullish this month so far. And right here, I saw this impulsive move towards the upside, signaling that the price might head higher. Okay, after that, I was able to identify this bullish range. We have this unmitigated demand level lining up with the point of interest, and it is safe to say that the pullback hasn't been aggressive. Okay, that's why we were able to take this setup, and now we just need to wait and see if it will trigger. Okay, and now we will go over the green pairs, which are the potential upcoming setups. Starting off with USD CHF, right here we have a bullish potential upcoming setup. Right from the get-go, we can see that the price action is extremely bullish. And right here, we have a continuation of that. We have this aggressive move, this unmitigated demand level lining up with the point of interest. And so far, it is safe to say that we do have a corrective pullback, okay? Price is having a hard time in moving towards the downside, which is good because that means that the bullish momentum is still on, all right? So if this pullback continues like this towards our area of interest, we will definitely take this setup. It is looking really, really good. Euro JPY is looking bullish. Okay, we have this aggressive move that left imbalance behind. We have this unmitigated demand level lining up with the area of interest of this bullish range. And it is very safe to say and easy to see that the pullback has been extremely corrective. We can see up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, the price has a very hard time in heading lower, which is good because once again, it means that the bullish pressure is still on. And that's exactly what we want, a corrective pullback. So if we manage from here to get something like this, we will definitely take this setup. Okay, this Euro JPY setup. NZD CAD coming up next. Things look pretty bearish over here, I'm not gonna lie. We have this aggressive move towards the downside that broke structure right here. Imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated supply level that is lining up perfectly with the area of interest. And now we need to wait for a continuation of this corrective pullback towards our area of interest. That's what we need to wait for now, for our final confirmation. If we get the final confirmation as well, then we go for it. NAS 100 is looking bearish as well. We have a bearish shift in momentum here because the price has been pretty bullish, I would say, for the past 2 weeks. But right here, like I said, we have a bullish shift, we have a bearish shift in momentum. We have a liquidity sweep to the upside caused by this fake out right here, followed by this aggressive move towards the downside that broke structure here and took price lower. I was then able to identify this unmitigated supply level that, as we can see, is lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And so far, it is safe to say that we do have a corrective pullback. So what I would like to see from here is a continuation towards our area of interest. Okay, this is what I would like to see from here. In order for us to be like, okay, we're going to take this setup. That's exactly what we want to see. EuroCAD is coming up next with a bearish opportunity as well. Once again, we have a bearish shift in momentum here, liquidity sweep followed by aggressive move towards the downside. We have this unmitigated supply lining up with the point of interest. And lastly, we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. Pretty much same story as on NAS 100. We need to wait for that final confirmation. Okay, if we manage to get it, then we will definitely take the setup. Because so far, this pullback looks pretty promising. If we continue to have a corrective pullback, we will definitely take the setup. AUD CAD is looking pretty similar, I would say, to Euro CAD. Once again, an aggressive move towards the downside, forming this bearish range. After that, I was able to identify this unmitigated supply lining up with the point of interest. And now we are waiting for a corrective pullback, which is basically our final confirmation. I always stress about how important this final confirmation is, because if we don't get it, then we don't have a setup. Next up, we have JPY. That is looking bearish as well. Right here, we can say that we have another bearish shift in momentum. We had this fake out towards the upside, followed by this aggressive move towards the downside. Okay, after this aggressive move, imbalance was left behind. We have this fair value gap lining up with the point of interest. And now we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our area of interest in order for us to take this setup. And lastly, we have gold. That is looking bullish. Okay, gold is looking bullish. It has been bullish for the past months. And right here, we have an aggressive move towards the upside. Hello, Dan. Hey, brother. Welcome to the session, Rohit. Hope you're doing good. How's it going, brother? Let me know if everything is clear so far. And if, of course, you have any questions. And now back to gold. Gold is looking bullish. We have this aggressive move towards the upside. After that, I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level that is lining up with the point of interest. And now we need to wait for a corrective pullback, which once again is our final confirmation. We get it, we will take the setup and we will see how it goes. That's what we need to wait for now. Okay, and yeah, this pretty much concludes our watch list analysis, because I won't go over the orange pairs. The orange pairs are pretty much the pairs where there's nothing really to discuss about. There's no potential setup, and there's no point for us to waste any time in going over the orange pairs. Okay, so let me know if everything was clear regarding the watch list analysis. Let me know in the live chat if everything was clear. Rohit said, good, nice. I'm happy to hear that, brother. I'm glad that you're doing good. Marcos said, I am in the GBP JPY. Okay, that's good. That's really good, because it looks pretty promising. It looks like it wants to head towards TP1. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Maybe this will be a really good trade. Hey, Stefan, welcome, brother. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Sandy, good morning. Is the pullback we wait to the 50% level? Yes, correct, Sandy. So let me show you. For example, here on gold, right? On gold, right here, like I said, we have a aggressive move. We have a unmitigated demand lining up with the point of interest. And I like to see a corrective pullback towards the 50% level and a bit past it. You see this alert here? This dotted line is my alert. Whenever this alert triggers, I will check the chart and I will ask myself, okay, do I have a corrective pullback? If the answer to that is yes, then we will take the setup. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a corrective pullback towards the 50% and a bit past it. I hope that makes sense. Late, but I will go one more time. Okay. Buddy, I see that you have 5 indicators on TradingView. What are you using? Thanks. The thing is, I think these are indicators that I forgot to basically remove from the chart. So the ATR, I'm not using it. The EMA, I am not using it. And the Bollinger Bands, I was using it for the scalping strategy. And the gaps candles, sometimes on indices, you will see, on S100, you will see that there will be some gaps. And with this indicator, there will be no gaps anymore. But it's not a big deal, to be honest. You don't really need it. So yeah, hope that makes sense. But I am not using any indicators, basically. I only use price action for trading. Makes sense. Thanks. You're welcome, brother. I'm glad it made sense. All right. So it seems that the watch list analysis was clear enough. Stefan said, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. as I was saying, it seems that the watchlist analysis was pretty clear. But again, let me know if there's any other unclarities about it. Let me know in the live chat if there's any other unclarities about the watchlist analysis. And in the meantime, I'm gonna hop on the Bitcoin chart to do a quick crypto market update. Okay? But like I said, do not hesitate, drop anything you want in the live chat. How to manage risk reward. So risk reward is depending on what you want. You need to ask yourself, do you want to have a bigger win rate? If you want to have a bigger win rate, then aim for a lower risk to reward ratio. Okay, if you want to have a higher risk to reward ratio but you're okay with having a lower win rate, then go for a bigger risk to reward ratio. When we will get the old day trading setups? That's actually a really good question, because I'm actively talking with my team, and we might bring it back in November, I think. Start of November or end of this month. We will do a very in-depth analysis before we take the final decision. But I do think that we will most likely go back to day trading due to the much better volatility and due to the more action. Okay, there's going to be more action, more setups, and therefore more profits as well, because we didn't expect to have such lower volatility on the higher time frames, because on the back tests everything was really good, and then when we started with the higher time frames, the volatility wasn't where we wanted it to be, if that makes sense, and it kind of stayed that way. I don't know, it might be because of the elections. It's a election year, and election years are pretty different to the other years, so that could be a case. I don't know, but like I said, we're actively discussing about it and we're trying to find the best solution. So stay assured that very soon we're gonna take a decision. Okay, so now back to Bitcoin. Let's do a analysis on it, a quick market update, because I personally invest in crypto long term, and I know that some of you invest in it long term as well. That's why once a week on Wednesday we do a super quick crypto market update, just to see where things are at. Because as I always mention, take these market updates with a grain of salt, because I'm not actively trading crypto. Okay, I just invest in it long term. And the reason I do it in Bitcoin is because we all know that if Bitcoin moves, all the other coins will follow as well. All right. So on the weekly, we have this 70K level that is looking very strong. That price is currently headed to. Apart from that, we do have a minor level here. We broke above this minor level. So if things continue to look bullish, we will have a retest of 66 and then head towards 70. Okay, this would be the first scenario. Stefan said, awesome, love it. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Like I said, soon you will have your answer when it comes to the day trading. So this would be the first scenario, okay, a retest and then a move higher. The second scenario could be a rejection from 70K and then a reaction towards 60K. And I don't know. These are the two possible scenarios I currently see. And of course, the third one would be for the price to start consolidating. But in my opinion, seeing how the volume looks like, which is pretty good, this is a pretty good volume, I don't really think the price will stay in one place. Okay, so I think either one of the two options will play out. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this quick crypto market update. And after it, we'll be able to start the Q&A. Okay, we'll be able to start the Q&A. And why not? I will update in the groups that we're starting the Q&A now. Maybe like this, more people will attend for the Q&A. Okay, so we're starting the Q&A now. Feel free to join us. Perfect. All right, so let me know if everything was clear. And now that we are starting the Q&A, please feel free to ask me anything you want. Okay, feel free to ask me anything you want in the live chat. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna see what questions you guys have for me. Okay, Marco said everything clear for me at the moment. Great. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that everything was clear. Sorry. What is free trade? Is it observed in currency? I don't really understand your question, brother. If you could say it again. And like I said, let me know if there's any other questions for the Q&A. But I'm really glad that everything is clear, because that's my goal, to make sure everything is clear so that you guys understand it and then are able to apply it as well. That's my goal. The weather started to be cold here. Started to get colder and colder. I mean, it's still pretty sunny, but it's still cold. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's that part of the year. Q4. Halloween is almost here, and I guess the weather will start to get colder and colder, and then December will come, holidays and whatnot. Yeah, I just want us to have a really good Q4. That's my goal for this end of this year. So yeah, I see that there's no other questions for the Q&A. Oh, I see there's one more. How to identify manipulative wave movement? I don't really understand what you mean by manipulative wave, because there's not really a way to identify manipulation. If there was, then you would enter right after it and it would be super easy for everyone to win, if that makes sense. All you can do is have a strict system, stick to it and apply it. That's the best you can do as a trader. Stefan said, thank you for your time. See you next time. You're welcome, brother. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And of course, see you next time. And yeah, seeing that there's no other questions for the Q&A, I think we will end this session right here. And as always, I want to thank you all for making time to join this session. And till the next one, do not hesitate. Feel free to reach out to me privately if there will be any other questions. And lastly, I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. And if you weren't able to watch this session fully, if let's say you missed the watch list analysis, feel free to rewatch it in your free time. It's at your disposal. All you have to do is click it in the group and you will be able to watch it. Okay? Rohit said, thanks. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Once again, wishing you all the best and take care.